So Disney World is huge and there's tons happening there every single day, not just in the theme parks. So it's our job here at DFB Guide to make sure you are aware of everything that's going on so that you can figure out what's right for your family. And to date, we've got a bunch of awesome activities, hidden events, secret locations, and more that we want to share with you, things that you would totally miss if you didn't watch this video. Let's get started. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. I love this video. It's going to be so much fun. We are going to talk to you about a bunch of hidden, secret, super fun things and activities and locations that you might miss. Let's be honest, you probably would miss if you didn't watch this video. So we're going to start with Disney World's hidden lounges. So when you can't grab a dining reservation or you don't want to plan everything down to the last minute, heading over to a lounge for a meal instead of a full table service restaurant can be a great idea. Now they typically offer quicker service and you should have lighter options as well. And at some lounges you can order from the full menu of the connected restaurant like California Grill Lounge and Brown Derby Lounge. Now here's a few of our favorites. First up, Nomad Lounge. Though it's gained a bit of popularity over the years, Nomad Lounge is still a hidden gem in Animal Kingdom that a lot of people walk right by on their way into Pandora. This one has an awesome outdoor porch. It's a great place to take a load off, and Nomad Lounge's menu changes quite a bit. It offers a selection of small plates and desserts in addition to alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Now we've really enjoyed Nomad Lounge's gluten-friendly churros. Believe it or not, they're the best churros I've had in Disney World and Disneyland. And in the past, the Kobe-style brisket poutine, although pretty much any poutine is going to be delicious here at Nomad. You can get Tiffin's signature bread service here as well. So don't go to Tiffin's and spend a ton of money. Just go to Nomad Lounge, chill out, relax, hang out on their couches, and have that super yummy bread service. Now, the service at Nomad Lounge for me has always been exceptional. Great bartenders, great service staff, really, really good folks. So this is a wonderful place to just go chill out in the middle of your Animal Kingdom day. There's also the Yacht Club lounges. So Yacht Club has two great lounges, one at Ale and Compass and the other at Cruise Cup next to Yachtsman Steakhouse. At Ale and Compass, we love the Parker House rolls and spreads, and we've enjoyed the Big Apple cocktail as well, made with Buffalo Trace bourbon, crisp apple puree, and vermouth, and it's typically open until 1 a.m., so it's a great place to stop by after coming back to Yacht Club after leaving the parks. If you're over in the boardwalk area a little earlier in the evening, you've got to stop by Cruise Cup at Yacht Club for one of the best things we've eaten at Disney World as of late, those prime rib sliders. 3 of Yachtsman Steakhouse's beloved onion rolls are topped with prime rib shaved thin, horseradish cream au jus. They're just amazing. So a full menu with appetizers and entrees is served until 10 p.m. and a smaller kind of mixed bag menu is served from 10 to 11 with charcuterie or loaded pretzels, with some really good beer cheese, by the way. The Barcelona Lounge is located on the lower floor of Coronado Springs' brand new Gran Destino Tower, and it functions as an espresso bar and breakfast location in the morning and specializes in gin tonics and tapas-inspired small plates for the rest of the day. Like the rest of the hotel, it's gorgeous with stained glass mosaic behind the bar, details echoing the stunning architecture of Barcelona. And while it may be a bit out of the way for those not staying at Coronado Springs, it's a great option for those staying there to grab a quick breakfast or light bite. Also, it'd be a good place to stop by before or after a meal at Toledo, the resort's rooftop restaurant. And like we said, California Grill Lounge and Brown Derby Lounge, not really secret places at this point, but are worth a brief mention. Both of these locations serve their associated restaurants full menus, and if you can't get a reservation or don't want to plan everything out, go to the lounge instead. You can still get that fireworks viewing at California Grill Lounge. You just show your receipt to return to the fireworks viewing platform after you've eaten. And remember, kids are welcome at all of these bars and locations. There's only a few bars and locations in Disney World that are 21 and over. None of the ones we've mentioned have that stipulation, so your kids are more than welcome and there'll be plenty of food for them to eat at those locations as well. All right, the next thing you're going to miss if you don't watch this, your new favorite snack crawl. The Wonderful flavors have come back to Disney Springs. And believe it or not, people don't tend to look around Disney Springs for snack items, but they have a bunch. So we want to tell you about some of our favorites. Now, these are limited time. They're probably only going to be there for this fall season, but if you're heading to Disney World, you definitely want to check this out. Also, by the way, Disney Springs tends to bring brand new seasonal snacks every single season. So whenever you happen to be there, you're going to want to check out these locations that we're about to talk about and see what they have on the menu. All right, the Ganachery has a brand new hot sipping chocolate. This thing is amazing. I'm going to give you the ingredients list. Milk chocolate ganache, dark chocolate ganache, caramel, bourbon, maple reduction, pecans, and chocolate-covered bacon, along with whipped cream, chipotle ganache, salt, and smoked pepper. This is amazing. Now, it's sweet. Don't worry about the salt and smoked pepper. Those are just accent flavors. The hot sipping chocolate is sweet. It is very indulgent. It is delicious, and they do have a non-alcoholic version coming along. So if you are there, definitely ask for the non-alcoholic version if you'd prefer that one. There's also a pumpkin pie shake, a deluxe burger. This is so good. It's a gelato milkshake topped with rich caramel sauce, whipped cream, graham cracker crumbles, pumpkin spice. Really, really good. And it's another good one for people who may not be overwhelming fans of pumpkin. It's more of a vanilla shake with a hint of pumpkin. So there's just a little bit of fall flavor in there. Okay, Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar has an incredible loaded pretzel right now, you guys. This thing is called the Air Pirates Cargo Loaded Pretzel. It's huge. It's the size of like your arm, piled with prosciutto, sliced brats, artisan pepperoni, smoked cheddar, black diamond cheddar, yum, and pickles. And it's served with spicy mustard and beer cheese fondue. So this is going to feed an army for sure. And don't forget that Jock Lindsay's has so much fun decor, lots of great drinks, an incredible mixology, great drink menu, and a lot of other great eats as well. You're not limited here, so this is a great place to go. And then Vivoli Il Gelato has that pumpkin cannoli along with a couple of other great fall snacks this year. So you can choose between a traditional or a chocolate shell. And the chocolate shell was really, really good, by the way. And we enjoyed the fact that the filling wasn't too sweet. So it's that pumpkin cannoli with just that pumpkin tinged filling. Really, really good. Now there's lots more going on at Disney Springs, so you'll want to wander around, check it out, and see all of the updated snack menus. Amorette's has a bunch of good stuff. Lots of great stuff all around Disney Springs. Okay, next thing you need to know, and you'd probably miss if you didn't watch this, is low-key places to watch the fireworks. So there's a lot of spots you can watch the fireworks around Walt Disney World without paying for a park ticket. Some of our favorites include the Polynesian Beach. So the Polynesian Village Resort Beach is open to those not staying at the resort, and it's a great place to watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks and the electric water pageant. So they pipe in the music, and if you're lucky, you can grab a lounge chair or a hammock. Bonus points if you grabbed a cocktail at Tambu Lounge or a Dole Whip from Pineapple Lanai before the fireworks started. Over at Narcoossee's next door at the Grand Floridian Resort, this is a bit more underrated, but it's a great place to have a wonderful meal and see the fireworks. Now you get sort of a side view of the fireworks, but you do still get to see them. So Narcoossee's is a signature restaurant, lots of seafood options, steaks, and higher end eats. Now you'll likely need to make your reservation in advance, but you should find more availability here than for California Grill. When it's time for the fireworks, diners are invited to come out to their exclusive outdoor patio for a great view. And like the Poly Beach, music is piped in. But remember, you do probably need to have a reservation to go watch the fireworks from here. You won't necessarily be able to go out to their little wraparound porch to see them. But if you don't have a reservation, you can watch them from the Grand Floridian Beach as well. Over at the Boardwalk, that's another good place to see the Epcot fireworks. Now, this is a good tip, especially for New Year's Eve when the park is going to be crazy crowded. You'll get a decent view of those higher up fireworks by Atlantic Dance Hall and Jelly Rolls, or on the bridge between the Boardwalk and the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resorts. Music won't be piped in here, and you won't see what's happening on the World Showcase Lagoon, obviously, but you won't have to deal with many other people and crowds, and you'll still see those higher up fireworks. It's still quite an excellent show. Now, if you do want to guarantee a great view of the New Year's Eve fireworks with lower crowds, there are several extra ticketed events around property to ring in the new year. Toledo at Grand Destino Tower, Topolino's Terrace at the new Riviera Resort, the Contemporary, and the World Showplace at Epcot are all hosting New Year's Eve events this year with views of the Magic Kingdom and Epcot fireworks. Now, of course, that will be a substantial extra cost for New Year's Eve. Now, a couple of other regularly scheduled under the radar ways to watch the fireworks: the Pirates and Pals Fireworks Voyage. This offers a great view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks and electric water pageant, although the desserts offered were not all that excellent. Because let's be honest, this is really more for the kids than for the adults, so the desserts are much more kid-friendly. Now, we did get to meet Captain Hook, Smee, and Peter Pan on our adventure, and the price is $76.44 per adult, but it's going to go up to $83.83 next year. So like I said, this is more a kid-friendly thing. You're not going to find a lot of grown-ups doing this by themselves, but grown-ups are definitely welcome. And then we also want to tell you about that Highway in the Sky Dine Around. This is another way to see those fireworks, but that does incur an extra cost. So this one is basically an organized monorail crawl around the Contemporary Resort, Polynesian Village Resort, and Grand Floridian Resort. And it takes you through appetizers, entrees, and desserts at those 3 monorail resorts. It features 5 courses and a great dessert finale with views of the Magic Kingdom fireworks from a private viewing deck at the Contemporary. So this is going to be $170 per person, and it's offered Monday through Thursday. All right, the next thing that you're going to miss if you don't watch this, the fun water activities that you wouldn't expect. So there are surf lessons at Typhoon Lagoon. Surf lessons might not be your first thought when planning extras for your Disney World trip, but if you want to learn how to hang 10, you certainly can at Typhoon Lagoon. They offer both group lessons for $190 per person and private lessons. You'll have to call for the price for that one before park opening on certain days. There are also fishing charters, so bass fishing is available at several resorts around Disney World. There are both 2 and 4 hour excursions offered either with a guided fishing tour for up to 5 guests on a 21-foot pontoon boat or a tournament-style excursion for 2 guests. You can also rent fishing gear from the Fishing Hole at Old Man Island at Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside for some dockside fishing. That's a really fun one to do with the kids. And nobody ever knows about it. I'm always shocked. Nobody's ever doing it because nobody knows about it. There's those boat rentals. Now you can rent everything from kayaks at Fort Wilderness to a private yacht for your very own exclusive dessert party, depending on what resort you're staying at. So you can rent a 21-foot pontoon boat, 25-foot boat, and the Grand One yacht for fireworks cruises, day cruises, or private dining with butlers and other enhancements. And prices range from $150 to $400 per hour, plus the cost of food. While kayaks and canoes go for about $13 an hour. So there's a wide range of costs, and this is often a really fun thing to do on a resort day, a day you don't want to pay for a park ticket. Go get a pontoon boat out. But again, it's first come, first served. You can book the more expensive ones with the private dining and all of that. You'll have to book that in advance. Usually you call 407 WDW Play to book that stuff. But if you just want to take out a boat for an hour, you can head over to any resort that actually has a dock. So that's Wilderness Lodge, Fort Wilderness, Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Yacht Club. There's several that have docks and that will have boats for you to rent, and you can just go take them out for an hour. It's a really fun thing to do with the kids. And finally, there's scuba diving in Epcot. A lot of people don't know you can do this. If you're scuba certified and looking to get up close to some sea life on your Disney trip, head to the Seas Pavilion in Epcot, where you can book a 3-hour scuba excursion in one of the largest aquariums in the world. It's really cool. Nobody knows you can do it, and I'm glad you do now. Next thing you're gonna miss if you don't watch this, the Disney Resort gingerbread houses. So lots of Disney guests have no idea about one of the most magical things that happens during the holiday season in Disney World, the resort gingerbread houses. Every year, a few of Disney's deluxe resorts put up massive full-size gingerbread structures. They bring in some serious heavy machinery to do this, that fill the area with sweet smells throughout the holiday season. And guests are often too busy going from their resort to the parks to stop by another hotel to check out these displays. So you definitely want to make sure you do that. If you're in Disney World for the Christmas season, the holiday season, make sure to keep a resort day open so you don't go to the super crowded theme parks and instead head to the other resorts and check out their holiday displays. At the Grand Floridian, you'll find a massive and ornate Victorian gingerbread house complete with snowdrifts, Santas, train villages, and even smoke rising from the chimney. And inside the house is an actual candy and cookie shop. Yes, we weren't joking. It's very big, where you can buy unique chocolate pops, cupcakes, gingerbread shingles, and even your own gingerbread house. And over at the Contemporary Resort, a gingerbread Cinderella castle often rises at the north end of the 4th floor Grand Canyon Concourse. Nearby, you're going to find a little shop selling all things sweet, including white chocolate monorails. And the Beach Club Resort wows guests every year with a full-size working gingerbread carousel. They start making this in July, and it's complete with 4 new chocolate horses each year. Last year, I was able to see it put together, and it was super fun and amazing. There were so many chefs, and they were all so rightly proud of their creations. It was great. And the Yacht Club next door usually features a massive train town, which includes all of the Yacht and Beach Club restaurants. So it's really fun to watch and a must-see for any toy train fans in your group. Speaking of holiday decor, you can find some pretty unique holiday decor over at Fort Wilderness Resort in Disney World. Believe it or not, they have golf cart parades here because a lot of the folks staying at the campsites or the cabins at Fort Wilderness rent golf carts or bring their own golf carts that they can get around the resort more easily. So they have golf cart parades and campsite decorations for Halloween and Christmas at Fort Wilderness. And it has become a customary practice for people to decorate their golf carts for the season. And they do a great job. This week we spotted a bunch of golf carts sporting some adorable autumnal and Halloween decor. The Christmas golf cart parade is so much fun. And even just taking maybe a wagon ride around the resort, which you can pick up right outside of the Hoop-de-Doo Review Theater. You can take a wagon ride around the resort and see all of the fun decor that they have up at all the campsites. It's a blast. So much fun. Nobody knows about it. So you should definitely go check it out. All right, the next thing you'll miss if you don't watch this is that live music around Disney World. Now, it's not hard to find live music around Disney World, but not a lot of people know where to find it. And there are a few that maybe aren't quite as omnipresent as the Dapper Dance or the Main Street Philharmonic. So in the resorts, the band or piano player at Grand Floridian usually start up in the late afternoon, early evening. So if you're headed to the resort for dinner, be sure to arrive a little early and catch some of that show. Also, there's jazz at Scat Cats at Port Orleans French Quarter. That's around most nights during the week from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Yeehaw Bob at Port Orleans Riverside River Roost Lounge is another great nighttime entertainment option. His show begins at 8, and you'll want to check his website to see what nights he's playing. In the parks, you can see that piano player at Casey's. The Casey's Corner pianist Jim has been playing for 30 years, and he plays several times a day. And Epcot has lots of live music in addition to the festival acts you might catch in the America Gardens stage. There's Voices of Liberty inside the American Adventure. There are bands in Canada, UK, and Morocco, a mariachi band in Mexico, and you'll find times for these on the Parks Guide. Over at Disney Springs, Raglan Road has regular live music and dancing performances. House of Blues hosts nationally touring acts, and you can check out their events calendar on their website. And they also host their famous gospel brunch and the Bayou Brunch featuring a brass band as well. Outdoor performers set up in several areas of Disney Springs throughout the night, so it's a great spot to head if you're looking for live music any night of the week. And of course, at the boardwalk is Jelly Rolls, our personal favorite, that dueling piano bar on the boardwalk. If you're looking for something to end your night after a day at Epcot, this is your spot. There is a cover charge for Jelly Rolls, and it is 21 and over. But if you love dueling pianos, if you love live piano music, head on in with your requests. These guys can play everything. And the last thing you'll miss in Disney World if you don't watch this, the ultimate festival snack hacks. We don't want you to ever go into Epcot during a festival without knowing that you can use your snack credits from the Disney Dining Plan to purchase festival food items around the booths. Most food items are snack credit eligible, and some non-alcoholic beverages are snack credit eligible as well. The portions are decently large, so instead of using a meal credit, you can make a meal out of those snack credit eligible booth items. Many of our favorite items are snack credit eligible, including the Kenyan Coffee Barbecue Beef Tenderloin at Africa here at the Food and Wine Festival, the smoked corned beef at Flavors from Fire. Oh, I dream about this stuff. That's also at the Food and Wine Festival, and this year brand new, the Frangipane Peach Tart at Summerfest at the Food and Wine Festival. Now remember, there's lots of festivals in Epcot. Chances are, when you're there, a festival will be happening. You've got Epcot Food and Wine right now. That leads right into Festival of the Holidays. Then we go into Festival of the Arts in January. The Flower and Garden Festival starts about a month and a half later. And then we go back into the Food and Wine Festival. So those are always happening year-round over there in Epcot. There's just a couple of months here and there that don't have a festival happening. We call that Epcot Light. Now remember, you can also divide a quick service credit into 3 snack credits. So if you're planning on hitting the Food and Wine Festival more than once and you're running through those snack credits quickly, you can do this. It must be done and redeemed at one location, so you'll need to order all 3 snack credit items in one go. This works elsewhere besides the festival, although it can be at the discretion of the cast member. Now here's a bonus hack. Bring your tray so you don't have to balance everything. There's trays available at the festival, but they're pretty tiny and you have to pay for them, and really they're only made for one dish and a glass of wine at a time. So our tip is to buy a cheap tray online or at Walmart or Target or something before you arrive. This way you can pick up a few dishes and carry them to a cool, air-conditioned spot to eat. We've even got DFB stickers to make it an official DFB Epcot Food and Wine tray. So there's a bunch of stuff you would miss if you didn't watch this video. So I'm so glad you didn't miss it. I'm glad you saw it. So let us know some of the things that you love to check out in Disney World, if you've done any of this stuff, or if there's other hidden under the radar things that you want to tell the rest of our subscribers and viewers about. Please do so in the comments. I'm sure they'd love to see your experiences. Thanks for listening, you guys, and thanks for watching. This is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.